Hello, I'm Andy Brown. I'm the editor of International Construction magazine, and we're here at the Bauma show in Munich. And I've got an interview with Norihiro Kumagi, who is the general manager of Sumitomo. So we'll be asking him some questions about the company's approach to sustainability and electric power, and how they found the show.
Okay, well, firstly, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
If we could just start by kind of talking about how has business been for the company in 2022?
Yeah, our company revenue is very much stable, even though we had suffering from the COVID. But pretty stable. Yeah.
Okay. And at the moment, there seems to be kind of lots of challenges for construction, like inflation and supply chain issues and stuff like that. But despite that, construction does seem to be quite resilient and kind of faring quite well. Mm-hmm. Kind of when you look to the future, what are you kind of optimistic about kind of sales for next year and beyond?
Our industry is always cyclical,
yes,
up and down, yes, always. So yes, some sluggish moment will come, but as usual and as before, we can overcome such wave, and yes, and certainly next year and beyond after that, some challenging phase must come, but in general we are very much optimistic.
And just touching on that, on those supply chain issues that obviously everybody in the industry is facing, have you guys had to do anything different to try to kind of mitigate that?
Yeah, of course, business continuation plan has been built, and we are trying to increase the supply source as many as we can. But as an entire industry, and especially semiconductor chip, we are under some constraint.
And in terms of, you might not want to give me the exact detail, but in terms of sort of lead time, if somebody is buying, the machine behind you, or somebody does machines, how long might it sort of take before they might be able to take that machine?
Yeah, of course it depends on the machine spec and the model, but the longest one is now become 1 year, and the shortest one still 2 to 3 months.
Okay. So that strong demand, I guess, as well as those supply chain issues, is causing that. If we could just talk briefly about kind of the overseas market then for you guys, are there any particular countries that are very strong for you at the moment?
North America, last year historically highest, and then of course this year I think they will break the record again. But of course inflation and FRB rate could be concerned, but in general, yes, demand in North America is pretty strong.
Okay. And you might not know the exact percent or kind of want to give that to me, but do you know kind of roughly what kind of percent your company's kind of overseas sales are?
Let's say nowadays, 45 to 50 is overseas.
Okay.
But still our baseline is in Japan domestic market.
Okay, great, thank you very much. So talking about the Japanese domestic market then, it seems from afar to be quite a stable market. Kind of how would you kind of assess it?
Yes, demand itself very much stable, especially in our category over 6-ton excavator. The demand is roughly 28,000 to 30,000, and every year very much stable.
And in terms of kind of what customers in Japan are expecting, has that changed slightly? Are they more wanting new technology on the machines? Is that now become more common than ever before, or?
Compared to 5 years ago, certainly customer is changing, and more aggressive customer is no hesitation to adapt the ICT technologies. Even this paper, using the GNSS and then sickness control, and they are willing to pay for that system. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. I just wanted to ask you about kind of Sumitomo's view on sort of alternative power and kind of whether that's a focus for you and whether kind of electric would be a focus for you.
Yes, we are developing, and I have to admit, our competitors and the big players like Cat Komatsu, they are well ahead. But meantime, yes, certainly tipping point is coming soon, and we are preparing and battery electric excavator as well.
That's something that's in the works at the moment.
Yeah, in how to say, R&D.
Prototype kind of.
Yeah, prototype, yes.
Okay, perfect. And obviously kind of tying into that is obviously sustainability. I wonder if you could just kind of give us your company's approach to sustainability.
Yes, together with our parent company, Sumitomo Heavy Industry, we have built up the target and yes, carbon neutral and sustainability. Yeah, honestly, from operation side, it's a little bit a headache. High target and difficult to achieve. But if we would ignore such target, we must be kicked out from the market. So anyway, we need to accommodate with that trend.
Okay, perfect. So just touching back briefly on kind of new technology then, is that something in terms of your excavators, are you kind of seeing kind of more and more kind of machine control and semi-automation? Mm-hmm. Where do you think that might go in the future?
Yeah, but honestly, I believe up to 2030, certain ratio of remote control and some, not a full automatic, but the, people say semi-auto, but part by part, I believe such automatic control could become, some industry standard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So obviously we're at Bauma now. We can see by all the people walking past and someone even opening the door to the excavator before. Are there any kind of new products that you guys are showing at Bauma? Is there anything in particular that you'd like to highlight for us?
At this point, honestly, from Sumitomo, this is the second or third time of Bauma show, and compared to the other big player, our booth is not so big. So we intentionally limit the new product line. Mm-hmm. So yeah, nothing new at this point, but as I said, some electric and some R&D. Yeah, perhaps by next spring we can bring something new to the market. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And my final question, which you've kind of already answered a little bit, but I was just going to ask you about kind of some of the short-term and long-term goals for the company. So if I was to speak to you in another 3 years' time at the next Bauma, kind of what would your hopes be for the company? But it sounds like that might be kind of maybe new electric models and that further drive towards sustainability.
Yes, let's say even though certain ratio of autonomies and remote control could be implemented, but still we believe job site requires some labor force. So we still put on our value for the operators, and we still want to keep delightful to operate such a big machine.
Yeah. I understand.
So keeping the certain sustainability and accompany with carbon neutral requirement, we still refurbish our controllability, and our goal is we could be some alternative at customers' option, rather than following the big players, selection. Yeah, we like to be some alternative in the customer's choice. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. That's all my questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that was Norihiro Kumagi from Sumitomo answering our questions at the Bauma show in Munich.